We know who's winning this game week. Razine, Thursday night, is sitting in the mosque, and we two doing this.
100%.
So,
We can move on from Shabalala. We need some new memories there.
hey guys, welcome to another episode of the SAF podcast. We're without Razine today. Mowasim, just me and you.
Yeah, man, I miss that guy. He's too busy this week, unfortunately. So we are going to have to ease off the Liverpool conversations and talk more FPL today.
We know who's winning this game week. Razine, Thursday night, is sitting in the mosque, and we two doing this.
100%.
So,
100%.
Razine is playing FPL the right way.
Focus on other activities and then FPL second. Here we
Yeah.
are prioritizing FPL.
Back into it after international break. I actually quite enjoyed this international break.
Well, I actually watched more of the South Africa game, the Bafana
Yeah,
game. That was a little bit more exciting.
That like they are playing well. It is still not world class football. But
2026 loading though. We just need to be there, man. That's
Yeah.
it. That is all literally it. As long as we get there, we can forget. We can move on from Shabalala. It's a very interesting post. Shabalala won't last forever, right? So we need some new memories there.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it as well. I think they are on the cusp of it. Good to be back. Good to have FPL back.
The
Yeah.
first 3 weeks were quite they were difficult. I think it was difficult. Now that the window's closed, teams are settled. My team is still not where I want it to be, but it's nice to have had that break after because it felt so rushed those first 3 weeks. But now
Yeah.
hopefully we can get into a run of a few games, and plus I think Champions League next week as well, right?
Yeah,
That's also something to look
that
forward
comes
to.
into the conversation as well.
Yeah.
But let's get into this week and the fixtures coming up, and we can just talk. We're mainly going to talk about this because we've discussed post game week 3, so we're just focusing
Yeah.
on game week 4 now. And to start the weekend off, Saturday lunchtime kickoff, Arsenal vs Forest. Ange back in the Premier League, away to Arsenal. What are your thoughts?
But we spoke about this. Was it last week we spoke about this when we did the review, and then we said Forest loss, and I'm quite sure I said at some point Nuno threw the game to get sacked. I seen another very interesting comment made on X also this week. Was it last week to say that Forest one of the most deepest lying backlines in the Premier League last season, and now they've got the coach playing potentially play with the highest line in football last season. So it's that same defense playing this season. So
Yeah.
it's going to be very interesting to see if he adapts.
Okay, I wanted to ask you, do you think that defense is something Ange can work with? Because I think like Nico Williams, Ola Aina can be kind of Ange type players,
Yes.
but I think Milenkovic, I don't know.
Milenkovic, the problem with him is, or the worry is that they probably don't have pace. I think Murillo is really reasonably quick,
Yeah.
and I think he's a nice ball playing centre back. So he's one who likes the ball to feet. Milenkovic probably doesn't fit his style at all because Milenkovic reminds me a lot of Dragusin, and Dragusin really did struggle playing in the Ange system. Where and I also feel maybe a little bit for Aina as well because Ange likes that he's left back and right back to invert, where I don't know if Aina has that skill. I think Zinchenko would be very important for
That's
the
the
Ange
thing,
system
yeah.
because very comfortable in midfield, tucking in from the left back. So I wonder if Nico Williams also probably I think was a little bit better with the ball at his feet, probably takes that position as well. So I'm hoping to see that he's learned something from his time at Spurs from an adaptability perspective. I mean, he knows he wants to play a specific type of football, but to win the Europa League with Spurs, he gave up his attacking interests and ensured that they played a very conservative style of football. And I think Forest are very set up to play counter-attacking football anyway with the squad that they have.
Avoid bringing any Forest players in.
I agree.
I still think like Elliott and Wood are decent buys.
Are fine.
Yeah, even
I
if you
think
wanna
so
if
too.
you wanna risk Morgan Gibb White, but I don't think he's a player for FPL at this time. He's just too expensive for
Yes.
what you get. But I'll definitely hold off on the defense if you're looking to bring in anybody. Bournemouth Brighton is the next game. I'm also quite interested in this game.
Brighton
Bournemouth,
haven't looked good, but then they beat City, so that was quite the surprise.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, I think they're looking very strong at the moment. I think it'll be a good game to watch.
So I've been
From an
trying to
FPL
read.
perspective,
Yeah.
I hope Semenyo does nothing again because I don't own him.
I've been trying to read up about because this game here I have Mitoma that I can arguably bench, but I also have
Yes.
Palmer that I can arguably sell to Semenyo. And I've just been looking at it. I think you mentioned it last week, just that Bournemouth are not clinical. So I've been
aren't.
looking at it and just looking at the stats. In the last 6 games, Bournemouth have 5 goals. In that same
Yes.
time, Brighton have I think 11 they scored like six or
Yeah.
something in the Carling Cup. So
Yeah, and the thing with Bournemouth, they had like 20 attempts against Spurs or something
mm,
almost stupid like that, and they only scored one goal. Even though Vicario made a couple of good saves, but it wasn't like out of this world type of saves.
mm. So I don't know what to do. I don't feel like bringing in Semenyo at this point. But I mean, if Semenyo
Yeah.
gets on the score
Mm.
sheet more than once, particularly, then his price is really going to go up, and it's going to
Yeah,
be
but you must remember Bournemouth also have in the 3 games this season have kept 2 clean sheets so far.
mm,
Even though they conceded 4 against Liverpool, the expected goals conceded so far this season, I think, is under 1. I think they are very solid. I,
mm,
I think Senesi is a no-brainer with his DEFCON 3 games in a row. I mean,
yeah,
it's an easy
and
pick.
he has
I think he's
attacking.
at 4.6.
Yeah, he has
Yeah,
attacking potential as well.
correct.
So Palace Sunderland.
I think Palace players are worth it at the moment. I think Mateta is probably your best bet. So I think he'll be good. I'd like to see how Yeremy Pino plays.
Yeah,
Might be a decent option.
and the defense has been consistent. Like Henderson is
Yeah, but the
also
only thing
really
is
good.
losing Eze and then now also having Sa injured.
Yeah,
Does that affect their attacking capability? Where I think their defense is probably worth investing in a little bit more. So with Lacroix and
Munoz,
what's that other? I think Munoz is also a great bet, but I also think that Richards,
Richards.
if you
Yeah,
want a cheap 4.5 to fill your team in, I think
mm.
he's a decent bet. But again, Lacroix is a DEFCON monster as well, so I think he's definitely
I
someone to
still
consider.
I still like Munoz in the sense that
I do like Munoz,
yeah I
but the
would
price is
is
hard at
higher.
this time of the season and
Everton versus Villa.
amazing.
So is this the time Villa bounce back? I don't think so, but I because Everton are at home and Everton look great at
It feels
home.
like that's something Rosine would have said. So I'm hoping Villa bounce back. I've still got Rodgers and Watkins in my team.
Oof, oof.
So I need Villa to do something this weekend. But Everton also have looked very solid, very, very solid. And I'm actually
Particularly,
plotting some of their midfielders at the moment.
who would you look at right now?
Njai, Grealish, and Dewsbury Hall. But I think Njai is number 1 because he's on pen. So
Yeah. Next game, Fulham versus Leeds.
it's a game I have absolutely zero interest in.
Yeah.
But you still have Anderson in your team.
I still have Anderson and I am starting him. I
Okay.
think it's a good
I
enough
think
fixture
you
to
must,
start.
yeah, because I don't think Leeds have a lot of goals in them.
The next game is Newcastle versus Wolves.
I'm really hoping Eddie Howe just goes old school 4-4-2, man. I think Wolves might be able to cause an upset there, but I mean they haven't looked great this
They haven't looked
season so
great.
far.
Evening game at 6:30 is West Ham versus Spurs. Very interested to see how Spurs line up, just based on
Yes.
how many players they brought in, how they're gonna line up.
I'm also
So,
concerned because I have 3.
but which three? You got two defenders.
I've got Porro, Van de Ven, and I've got Kudus.
I think all three are fairly safe. It's just about whether Pedro Porro is now off a bit of set pieces. That's
Yes.
the only other
With
concern.
Simons there,
Yeah.
because I'm actually expecting Simons to start.
Richarlison still up front or left
There's
or
no one else to play. I don't think Colomani will play instead of Richarlison.
Brentford versus Chelsea is the late game on Saturday.
I think Chelsea will have too much for them.
There's a few talking points that I want to go over, but Chelsea in particular. Have you heard
Mm.
any news about Palmer? Do you think he's out for this week? Do you think he'll come back?
I've seen some silly comments about him being fit, but I haven't seen anything confirmed. I'm actually waiting to see the press conference tomorrow to see if
Yeah.
there's more information.
The second talking point is João Pedro. I'm sure he'll start. I don't know if he'll play the whole 90, unless they losing or it's a tight game.
Yeah,
But I think I definitely like if you have him, there's no need to like think of oh he's not going to play. I think he will play, and if it's just one game, it's just one game. He'll be back for the rest
the
of
thing
the
is
games.
they have options, but I think he's so informed for them that it wouldn't make sense for Maresca to drop
Yeah,
him. I think, and plus it's not the early kickoff; it's the late kickoff on Saturday.
yeah.
So I think he plays, to be honest.
The third player I want to talk about is Estavio. Some people have brought him in. He's only 2% owned, but the thing just to remember is that if anybody's looking at him, obviously just remember Garnacho has joined. I
So I
think
think that's
Garnacho will
worth
come into the
considering.
team. Burnley versus Liverpool.
You can't see past Liverpool there, man. I honestly think it might actually get ugly for Burnley. You don't know who's going to start for Liverpool, and that's the. I'm quite sure they go probably the same as it's been in the last few games,
Yeah,
and Isak probably comes off the bench.
I do see Isak coming on because I think like in any situation, if we're losing, I think they bring Isak on.
Yes,
If we're comfortable, they bring Isak on.
he definitely gets 30 minutes or
Yeah,
at least 20 minutes, worst case.
I can see him coming on
Yeah,
and
it's also
scoring.
true.
Sunday night, Manchester City versus Manchester United will be a fun fixture. I'm indifferent. I don't know what to expect in this game. I won't
United
lie.
always turn up against City, man. You
Yeah,
know they always turn up against City. And I actually think they get a result against City. People like they underestimate, but United always turn up against Man City.
and
Even if it's like if they're
yeah,
playing badly and need to get a 0-0, they'll get a 0-0.
and City are
And
not
City just
looking
look
great.
poor.
Yeah,
Yeah, City look poor.
like let's just talk captaincy. Say you don't have Salah. Like say in my position, you don't have Salah.
You buy Salah. If you don't have Salah, you buy Salah.
Would like I don't want to captain Ekitike.
Why
Would
not? I think it's a great option this week. Actually, it's a fantastic option this week. You worry for the minutes risk because you're
I worry
probably
for
gonna
the
go off
minutes just
for
yeah.
Isak. Yeah.
So currently, like I just put my team up, and I actually had the captaincy on Gokares before Ange came in.
Yes.
Now I'm
I
scared
don't think it's a
because
bad idea.
I'm scared just
I don't
because
think
of
it's a bad
manager
idea because
bounce.
Odegaard and Saka are both fit. That's what makes Gyökeres fine, I think.
Yeah.
But I just, I first early kickoff, doesn't fill me. What's your third option? Do you have a third option?
So like it's Haaland currently, but he's playing United, and I don't know. I'm indifferent
Yeah,
about that. I
I'm
think
I'm not
it's
convinced by City at the moment either.
yeah. So then Ekitike is the other option, but just to risk maybe Cole Palmer. But I'm scared like if he's on the bench, then he comes on, and then that's even worse.
Yeah, I think Haaland's a safe-ish option for this week because I feel like if City score a goal, it's probably going to be him. Are you considering rolling this week then? If
That's
you don't
that's the
do
plan
the
now.
Palmer transfer?
Yeah, I mean the only reason to do the Palmer transfer is to get Semenyo in, and I actually
Yes.
don't want to bring Semenyo in. I feel like I'd rather sacrifice another week and then bring Isak in. What are you doing with your team?
I want to make a defensive transfer. My consideration is Nico Williams to Senesi at the moment. I've got Sanchez again. I've got the double Spurs defense against West Ham. I'm going very risky there. Midfield, I'm playing my five midfielders: Fernandes, Kudus, Salah, Rogers, Reinders, and then João Pedro and Watkins. I'm benching Wood this week. That's my plan.
No, it looks good, and let's hope for Villa doing something for your sake, because I think
I need it, man. I
that's the
need it. But I
major
also
concern
I
in your
also
team.
need them to not do it so then I don't feel bad removing both for a -1 next week.
Let's see. But thanks for joining us today. We'll catch up with you next week.